Okay, ma'am. So today we are going to practice the pronunciation and the meaning of the word first. This is the first unit of callings, IELTS callings, people and relationships. So I'm going to read first, and you need to repeat after me. We need to practice. This is the first page. This is okay. Oh, sorry. So we need to practice like two units today. The first one that is unit one and the second one that is unit two. So you have like 4 pages to practice the pronunciation of the words, vocabularies of IELTS. So I'm gonna start first, and then please repeat after me. One, two, three. Here, people in relationship, client, clients. A client of a professional person or organization is the person that receives a service from them in return for payment. A solicitor and his client. The company requires clients to pay substantial fees in advance. Min, please.
A client of a professional person or organization is the person that receives a service from them in return for payment. A solicitor and his client, the company requires clients to pay substantial fees in advance.
This word means substantial.
Substantial. Substantial.
Yes, okay. Substantial means important or essential. Substantial.
Substantial.
Yes, okay. In return for payment.
In return for payment.
In return for payment.
In return for payment.
Yeah, okay. It means that you give back something in return, okay, for something else that other people give you. One, two, three, me first. Colleague, colleagues. Your colleagues are the people you work with, especially in a professional job. Female academics are still paid less than male colleagues. In the corporate world, the best sources of business are your former colleagues. In English,
Um, your colleagues are the people you work with, especially in the personal job. In the professional job, female female academics are still paid less than their male colleagues. In the corporate world, the best sources of business are your former colleagues.
former colleagues. Oh, sorry, colleagues.
College.
Yeah, if you pronounce college, college that is COLLEGE. So if you fail to go to university, it means that if you fail the university exam, you were going to study in college. So after you graduate from grade 12 and you cannot pass the university exam, you were going to be transferred to study in college first. And then you go to the university after you graduate from your college. So college is different from colleague. Colleague is a person you work with, like business partner, for example. One, two, three again, please, man. Colleague,
College.
especially
Especially
professional job,
professional job.
female academics,
Female academics.
yeah, male colleagues,
Male colleague.
male colleagues,
Male college.
corporate,
Corporate.
best sources of business,
Best sources of business.
former colleagues.
Former college.
Very good. Employer, employers. Your employer is the person or organization that you work for. Employers who hire illegal workers. The telephone company is the country's largest employer. English.
The telephone company is the country's largest employer.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Please read from the word employer to this one.
Uh, your employer is the person or organizations that you work for, employers who are high illegal workers. The telephone company is the country's largest employer.
Very good. Okay, the first one, organization.
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 Yeah, organization is company, or organization is an office, or organization is a group of people working together okay, to make money, to earn money, to sell products, to sell service. That is called organization. Okay? And we have the action verb here is organize. Like I'm going to organize a class for you. And here we have the word like illegal. If you do something illegal, for example, if you do something like if you do something illegal, it means you sell drugs, you sell heroines to okay other players. So if something illegal, it means that something is not right. To something is not right compared to the law of Vietnam. So if you do something not right, you are going to be caught by the police and you are going to be put in the prison because you do something illegally. So here we work, we make money, we have our business license, so we don't work illegally. We work legally. So this is the case. And the next one, country's largest employer. We have the word large like first. The first level here is big. The second one, large. The third one, huge. The fourth one, enormous. So big, large, huge, enormous. One, two, three. Men, please. Largest.
Largest.
Very good. And this word is higher.
Mm,
Higher.
Higher.
I mean, do you remember the synonyms with higher? What are the synonyms with higher?
Mm,
Synonyms. The words which have the same meanings. Like if I want to have more teachers, I'm going to hire more teachers to work at my company. So when we use the word hire, we have the same word, which is employ. This word employer, you delete er and you are going to have the action verb employ. So you employ more staffs, you employ more workers to work at your company, you employ more teachers to teach classes in English for you. So first word, we have the word hire, but hire is used for workers with low salaries, okay? Workers who do not have a university degree. We are going to use the word hire for workers who do not have a university degree, only graduate from grade 12 and they do not know how to speak a foreign language. So we are going to use the word hire like this. And if you want to use the word employ, you are going to use the word employ for workers or for staff working in an office and they have university degree, they can speak another language, so the salaries are much higher than the normal workers. So we have two words, employ and hire like this. Let's move to the third one here. Okay, me first. Parent, parents. Your parents are your mother and father. Children need the parents. When you become a parent, the things you once cared about seem to have less value. Mainly,
Your parents are your mother and father. Children need their parents. When you become a parent, the things you once cared about seem to have less value.
yes, very good. Okay, value, noun, and we have the adjective valuable, valuable. So it's like you are very valuable to your parents. It means your parents value you a lot. Your parents know your value. So everybody has their own values in this life. Like, okay, a teacher has their own values, and workers have their own values, bosses have their own values. So now value, action verb, also value, and adjective is valuable. Parent, okay, no as, but it means for one, parents with as include your mother and your father together. So when you see the word parents with as, you should think of father and mother together. But when you see the word parent without S, you will go to think of the teachers as well wants to meet your parent just because you did something wrong as well. So just like this, 1, 2, 3. Let's read this word: parent,
Parents.
parent,
Parents.
become,
Become.
okay, parent,
Cared.
less value.
Less value.
Yes, very good. The next one, sibling, siblings. Your siblings are your brothers and sisters. Some studies have found that children are more friendly to younger brothers of the same sex. Sibling rivalry often causes parents anxieties. Mean, please.
Okay. Your siblings are your brothers and sisters. Some studies have found that children are more friendly to younger siblings of the same sex. Sibling rivalry often causes parents anxious
Anxieties.
anxieties.
Anxieties. Yes, very good.
Anxiety.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sibling.
Siblings.
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 Friend.
Friends. Friendly.
Themselves.
Same sex.
Yeah. Sorry. Rivalry.
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 Causes.
Causes.
Anxieties.
Anxieties.
Very good. Oh, anxiety is a noun of anxious. You feel anxious. If you feel anxious, deep inside you, you feel very worried. You feel very nervous because something is going to happen and you don't know whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. So if you feel anxious about something, you have two types of feelings: worried and nervous, and of course, just a little bit tired because you are too worried and nervous about something which is going to happen or haven't happened yet. So this word anxieties.
Anxieties.
Yes, very good. Next one, spouse. Spouses. Someone's spouse is the person they are married to. Husbands and wives do not have to pay any inheritance tax when the spouse dies. Mean, please.
Someone's spouse is the person they are married to. Husband and wives do not have to pay any inheritance tax when their spouse dies.
Yeah, spouse is a very loving word for a husband or for a wife when you are married to somebody. And if you are married to somebody, and of course, one day they die, one day he or she die, you are going to receive the money or the house of that husband or of that wife. So the money or the thing that you receive from the dead partner is called inheritance. Inheritance, and the with te here, is a noun in English. Vietnamese thừa kế, and you have the action verb inherit. Delete a and ce. So you inherit lots of money from your dead husband, or you inherit a very big house from your dead wife. So inherit something from somebody, and inheritance is a noun in English. And spouse, the same as the word partner. You can say that, oh, this is my partner, this is my husband, this is my spouse. We have two ways to call husband or wife in a loving way. First, partner. Second, spouse. And usually young children nowadays, they call their girlfriends or boyfriends bear or baby. So bear or baby, B-A-E, that is bear, baby, B-A-B-Y. Bear and baby are the names for you to call your girlfriends or your boyfriends because they are just girlfriends and boyfriends. It's just lovers, not husband and wife yet. So we use bear or baby for boy or girls in relationships. So here, let's move to the next one right here. Oh, very cool word. Me first. Uh, autonomous. An autonomous person makes their own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. They proudly declare themselves part of a new autonomous province. The liberal idea of the autonomous individual. Mean, please.
Um, autonomous. An autonomous person makes their own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. They proudly declare themselves part of a new autonomous province. The liberal idea of the autonomous individual.
Yeah,
Individual.
agreement. Autonomous.
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 Decisions.
Decisions.
Influenced.
Influence.
Proudly.
Proudly.
Declared.
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 Autonomous.
Autonomous.
Province.
Province.
Liberal.
Liberal.
Idea.
Idea.
Autonomous.
Autonomous.
Individual.
Individual.
Very good. 1, 2, 3. Autonomous. An autonomous person makes their own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. They proudly declare themselves part of a new autonomous province. The liberal idea of the autonomous individual. Mean, please.
An autonomous from on this right.
Yes, yes.
An autonomous person makes their own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. They proudly declared themselves part of a new autonomous province. The liberal idea of the autonomous individual.
Individual. Okay, so here, if you are an autonomous person, you will not listen to anyone else. You just listen to yourself. And if you decide to do something, you will never change your decision, no matter what happens, no matter what other people tells you, no matter what other people that advises you to do or not to do something else. That is called autonomous person. And autonomous people are usually men or husbands because men or husbands are very angry and very decisive. So once they decide something, they will never change the decision or they will never choose another thing. So here we use the word autonomous for people who will never change their decisions once they make the final decision. And here we have the word declare. If you declare yourself, it means you announce to everybody you are someone else, or you do something else, or you just finish doing something. So when you declare, it means you announce. You stand in front of many people, or you stand in public, or you stand in front of all the people. You announce, okay, your decisions. You announce. You declare something. And here you have the word like individual. Individual work, individual essay, for example. Individual essay, it means that your essay, your only essay is you doing the essay, not you working together with other people, not you working pair in pair with other ones to write an essay. So if I say that this is an individual essay, not a group essay, not partner essay, it means you must be the only one to write your essay, to conduct your essay. So individual, it means one-on-one. It's only you producing an essay. That is called individual. And here, liberal idea, it means important idea. The idea that nobody can think of. Only you producing this idea, and this idea is excellent. So they use the word liberal like this. So okay, let's move to the next one. Consistent. Me first. Consistent. Someone who is consistent always behaves in the same way, has the same attitudes towards people or things, and achieves the same level of success in something better has never been the most consistent of players anyway. His consistent support of free trade, a consistent character with a major thematic function. Mean please.
Uh, Someone who is consistent always behave in the same way, has the same attitudes towards people or things, or achieves the same level of success in something. Baker has never been the most consistent of players anyway. His consistent support of free trade, a consistent character with a major thematic function.
Yeah, very good. But first, consistent.
Consistent,
Second, behave.
behave,
Same way.
uh, same way,
Attitude.
attitude,
Attitude.
attitude,
Two words. Two words.
towards,
No, two words.
towards,
Very good. Achieve.
achieve,
Yes. The same level.
the same level,
Success.
success,
Most consistent.
most consistent,
Yeah, most consistent.
most consistent,
Support.
support,
Yeah, free trade.
free trade,
Consistent character.
consistent character,
Measure.
measure,
Thematic.
thematic,
Yeah, thematic.
measure thematic,
Function.
function,
Very good. Okay, I mean this one. Consistent is like you are a good person. You are always a good person. Yeah. So I can say that you are consistent, or you are a hardworking worker. You always be a hardworking worker, and you will always be kind person. You will never change your characteristic. So if you behave in the same way, you have the same feelings, you have the same attitude, some actions. People are going to call you consistent. But if you are a good person and you hang out with bad friends, and then you change your characteristics, you become as bad as your friends. So I will use the word inconsistent for you. So if you change your characteristics just to be the same way as your friends, as your bad friends, so you are inconsistent person. Or you say something to me like this, and then you meet another friend, and then you say another thing to another friend. You say this thing to me, but you say that thing, okay, other things to other friends. You are inconsistent. Consistent people, they keep the same thoughts about something. They keep the same ideas. They keep the same feelings. They keep the same their same characteristics. They will never change who they are. But if you meet me, you are like this, and you meet another person, you are like that. So I will use the word inconsistent for you. So you got that, Min? Do you understand me?
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Next, please. Conventional.
conventional,
Someone who is conventional has behavior and opinions that are ordinary and normal. A respectable married woman with conventional opinions. This clothes fairly conventional English family. Mean please.
uh, wait, uh, someone who is conventional has behavior and opinions that are ordinary and normal. A respectable married woman with conventional opinions disclose uh,
Fairly.
uh, disclose fairly conventional English family.
Conventional, the same as the word normal. Like I have a normal day, or you can say that I have a conventional day. It's okay. But usually people use the word normal or ordinary for days. Nobody used conventional for days. We use the word conventional for big ideas or big things or big matters, problems. And sometimes we use conventional the same as the word traditional, like phở bò, phở bún bò Huế is kind of traditional food in Vietnam or conventional food in Vietnam. So conventional, ordinary and normal, but for problems, issues, conventional, the same as the word traditional. So here you can say that I have conventional opinions, conventional ideas, conventional thoughts about something. Very easy. Fairly means just a little bit of something. Fairly like this. Respectable is like that person. You should be you should be respectful to the person. Don't disrespect the person. Respect action verb. Disrespect action verb. Respectful is just for you to respect that person. But if that person should be respected, you will be respectable for other people. Respectable for other people, but respectful for you. You respect Mr. A, you say that Mr. A is respectable person, or you can say that I am respectful to Mr. A. So you respect Mr. A, you will use adjective respectful for you, but you will use respectable adjective for Mr. A. Do you understand me? Man?
Yes.
Yeah, respectable, respectful, respect, disrespect, just like this. Okay, the next one, like this. Cooperative, cooperative. If you say that someone is cooperative, you mean that, they do what you ask them without complaining or arguing. The president said the visit would develop friendly and cooperative relations between the two countries. A contented and cooperative workforce, please.
Cooperatives are also called cooperative. Attractive. If you say that someone is cooperative, you mean that they do what you ask them without complaining or arguing. The president said the visit will the wait. The president said the visit would develop friendly and cooperative relations between the two countries, a contented and cooperative workforce.
Yeah. Okay, first, you have the word like relation. We have one more word, relationship. Relationship is for people, but relation is like a relation between the two countries, not relationships between the two countries. So you use relationship for people, but you use relation for companies, for organization, or for countries, just like this. And contented, 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 the same as agreed. So agreed workforce, contented workforce, contented students, agreed students. It means that the student is allowed to study in this class. Agreed student to study in the A level of English, for example. Workforce is like it's not worker anymore. It's not one worker anymore. If you use the word workforce, it means many people come to work for you. That is a workforce, a big group of people. So here, a big group of people is used for the word workforce like this. One, two, three. Let's practice again. Cooperative.
Cooperative.
Complaining.
Complaining.
Arguing.
Arguing.
Cooperative.
Cooperative.
Relation.
Relation.
Contented.
Contented.
Cooperative.
Cooperative.
Workforce.
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 Very good. English. Efficient.
Efficient.
Yeah, from here to here. Efficient, if something or someone is efficient, they are able to do tasks successfully without wasting time or energy. With today's more efficient contraception, women can plan their families and careers. Technological advances allow more efficient use of labor. An efficient way of testing thousands of compounds, please.
Efficient. If something or someone is efficient, they are able to do tasks successfully. We are wasting time or energy with today's more efficient contraception. Women can plan their families and careers. Technological advances that allow more efficient use of labor, an efficient way of testing thousands of compounds.
Very good, man. 1, 2, 3. Efficient.
Efficient.
Successfully.
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 Wasting time.
Wasting time.
Energy.
Energy.
Efficient.
Efficient.
Contraception.
Contraception.
Careers.
Career.
Technological.
Uh, Technological.
Advances.
Advanced.
Allow.
Allowed.
Efficient.
Efficient.
Use of labor.
Use of labor.
Efficient way.
Efficient way.
Testing. Testing.
Testing.
Yeah. Thousands.
Thousands. Compounds.
Very good. The next one, man. Flexible. Something or someone that is flexible is able to change easily and adapt to different conditions and circumstances. More flexible arrangements to allow access to services after normal working hours. We encourage flexible working. Please.
Flexible. Something or someone that is flexible is able to change easily and adapt to different conditions and circumstances. More flexible arrangements to allow access to service after normal working hours. We encourage flexible working.
1, 2, 3. Flexible.
Flexible.
Yeah, very good. Able to.
Able to.
Condition.
Condition.
Circumstances.
Circumstances.
Arrangements.
Arrangement.
Allow.
Allowed.
Assets.
Access.
Services.
Servicing.
Normal working hours.
Normal working hour.
Encourage.
Encourage.
Flexible hours.
Flexible hours.
Yeah. Okay, so first conditions, very easy. It's like if you want somebody to work for you, you need to give them conditions so that they will do the things that you want them to do. They will achieve what you set them, okay, to do. So here they will use the word condition. Circumstance means very bad and difficult and challenging situations. Like I am in a very horrible circumstance. It's like you don't know how to solve the problems. You have nobody by your side. And even if you have somebody by your side, that person cannot help you to solve your problems. So if you don't fight, or you cannot find a right way to solve the problems, you will use the word like, I am in a difficult circumstance, not in a difficult situation. Because if you are in a difficult situation, you still be able to solve the problems. You still be able to find a way out. But if you cannot find your way out, okay, no matter how long you try, no matter how many people have you will use the word circumstance like this. A sense, okay, a sense, a sense. It's like you. you've got your ID, you've got your password to gain access to your Facebook account. So if you try to access to someone, it means you try to log in someone. Access, okay, is a noun in English and it is also an action verb in English. I have an access to my Facebook because I know my password, or I can access to my Facebook because I've got my password. So I have an access to a noun, access here, or you access to something, an action verb right here. Very easy. And here, I encourage you to study more English, or I encourage you to write more essays because the more essays you write, the more advanced your English is going to become. Very easy. Okay, let's move to the next one. Yeah. Idealistic. If you describe someone as idealistic, you mean that they have ideals and base their behavior on these ideals, even if this may be impractical. Idealistic young people died for the cause, an over simplistic and idealistic vision of family dynamics. Meaning,
Idealistic. If you describe someone as idealistic, you mean that they have idols and base their behavior on these ideals, even if this may be impractical. And idealistic young people died for the cause, an oversimplistic and idealistic vision of family dynamics.
1, 2, 3. Idealistic.
Idealistic.
Describe.
Describe.
Ideals.
Ideal.
Ideals.
Ideals.
Behavior.
Behavior.
Ideals.
Ideals.
Practical.
Impractical.
Idealistic.
Idealistic.
Died for.
Died for.
False.
False.
Simplistic.
Implicit.
Over simplistic.
Oversimplistic.
Idealistic.
Idealistic.
Vision.
Vision.
Dynamic.
Vision. Dynamic.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 mean idealistic.
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 Ideals.
Ideal.
Behavior.
Behavior.
Ideals.
Ideals.
Impractical.
Impractical.
Idealistic.
Idealistic.
Simplistic.
Implicit. Implicit.
Vision.
Vision.
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. Practical, something is real. Impractical is unreal. It's like if you imagine lots of things in your life and you believe those things are going to happen, that is impractical thoughts. But if you do not imagine and you make things happen, you step by step take actions and you step by step gain success. So I will call you a practical person. So practical, a real thinker, a real doer. Impractical, a real thinker, a real doer. So that is it. Idealistic is like somebody who is very ideal to you. You respect the person, you like the person, you are passionate about the person. So you will use the word idealistic. Idealistically, it's like this. They have very good ideas and they have very good thoughts about everything. So you will use, oh, that boy has many ideas, very creative ideas, very good, very excellent idea, beyond good, beyond excellent, much more than excellent. So you will use idealistic to talk about the boys or girls who have more than excellent ideas. So people with more than excellent ideas, you will use the word idealistic to describe them, just like this. Okay, the next one. Yeah. Tolerant.
Tolerant.
Yeah. If you describe someone as tolerant, you're the proof of the fact that they allow other people to say and do as they like, even if they do not agree with or like it. They need to be tolerant of different points of view. Other changes include more tolerant attitudes to unmarried couples having children. Please.
If you describe someone as tolerant, you are proof of the fact that they allow other people to say and do as they like, even if they do not agree with or like it. They need to be tolerant of different points of view. Other changes include more tolerant attitudes to unmarried couples having children.
Tolerant.
Tolerant.
Approve.
Approve.
Allow.
Allow.
Tolerant of.
Tolerance of.
Yeah. Attitudes.
Attitudes.
Unmarried.
Unmarried.
Yes. It's an adjective for you to talk about your feelings. If your friend does so many things bad to you, but you are still tolerant of your friends, it means you do not feel tired of her doing bad things to you. You do not feel hatred of her doing bad things to you. You still put up with her. You still you still like her. You still want to be friends with her. You forget about everything bad she does to you. So that is tolerant. If you're tolerant of someone, it means that you put up with the bad feelings you have for someone because you still love them, because you still like them. That is the word tolerant of somebody. You can use the word like, I cannot stand the noise, or I can stand the noise. I cannot tolerate the noise. I can tolerate the noise. Tolerant, adjective. Tolerate, action verb of tolerant. Tolerate, Tolerate. 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 Tolerate something. Tolerate somebody. So tolerate is an action verb in English of tolerant. So the last one, this one, I'm reading first. Vulnerable. Someone who is vulnerable is weak and without protection, with the result that they are easily hurt physically or emotionally. All people are particularly vulnerable members of our society. Please.
Vulnerable. Someone who is vulnerable is weak and without protection, with the result that they are easily hurt physically or emotionally. All people are particularly vulnerable members of our society.
Vulnerable.
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 Yeah. Weak.
Weak.
Without protection.
Without protection.
Hurt.
Hurt.
Physically. Physically.
Physically. Physically.
Physically.
Physically.
Emotionally.
Emotionally.
Particularly.
Particularly.
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Members.
Members. Society.
No. Society.
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 Society. Society.
Good good. And that is it for today. So Friday, oh, so no, sorry, not Friday. Saturday, I'm going to have you to develop all these vocabularies into the brain map because tomorrow is Thursday and you need to study with another teacher. Thank you so much, Min, and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Have a nice day, teacher.
See you.
See you.